What's up, guys? Mike, Downtown Vapes, and today I have another special review for you guys of the VV Gripper 18650 mod from MadVapes.com. Last I checked, this runs you about $40. I'll have the link in the description below so you guys can check it out if you want. I bought it about mid-October to early November, possibly, and I was using it pretty steadily until I got my Vamo about a month ago. For the money I paid, it was a good mod. It still is a good mod. I mean, this, I wasn't really ready to call it a review. It's more of a informative video. You know, there are a bunch of reviews of this out, but I never believed what I heard until I saw it myself. It's not like the Vamo where it's metal. It's more of like a flat, matted black plastic type material. So, you know, there's no drip well either. So when it would, I had a bad cardo and it would leak, and I would put my mod down, walk away for like 10 minutes, come back, and I'd have juice dripping out of all the seams of the device, which meant the inside was getting wet. And pretty much what happened was I think I fried some of the circuitry, so it misfires a lot. It you know, the thing is coming out, the 510 connections coming out from the mod. It still works. I mean, there's a 3.2 ohm cardo, 6 volts. See how it hits. That's another thing. It misfires a lot. Now that I'm glad it actually happened on video. Let's try this again. I mean, for a mod that's fallen apart, it performs excellent. You know, like, when it was working, you know, not misfiring or, you know, all the other problems I've had with it, I loved it. You know, it was portable. I mean, of course it was portable. It's very small. This is about the size. This is the size of it compared to a 30 ml of juice. This is the exact same size, next to my Vamo. A little smaller. You know, it's a good mod. You just got to be careful. I had this for about a week, and I dropped it on carpeting. And I don't know if you guys can see those. Right here and right there is where the bottom door locks into place. But you see how it's like ever so slightly coming out like that? Right here cracked. This one over here cracked. And this one is cracking. So, you know, the bottom pieces came off. You know, it's a cheap mod. Like, what you know, it's plastic. It's not metal. So it's very that's what I'm looking for. You got to be careful with it, because if you drop it once on anything like a hard surface, it's done. Like I said, it's made like of matted black plastic. Here's the front. Again, you can't really see the screen. Here's your plus button, minus button. Your power button, it's a 5-click on and off device. And then your fire button's on top. And then your ventilation port, which, if you watch my last video about the Vamo, I actually talked about this. This is actually why I'm doing it, because I said I was going to review it for you guys. On the back end, right here, is the ventilation port for your 18650. Personally, I feel that this does a hell of a lot more than that. I just feel safe knowing that if my battery were to leak, this would provide more protection, you know, albeit it's plastic, than this little pinhole-sized hole on the bottom of my ammo. It just, I don't know. I felt safe whenever I had it. Not that, I've never had a battery explode on me or anything. But, I left this in my car a lot when I was in between classes or at work or whatever. So, just to know that, I don't have a ticking time bomb in my car, that gave me some satisfaction. Let's take another hit and we'll keep going. I mean, great smoke production. Granted, it is a very good cartomizer. It's less than a week. It's like 3 days old. I just pulled this out the wrapper Thursday night. But yeah, it was a really good mod. I liked it. I thought when I first bought it, I was like, you know what? It's definitely worth it. And I started using it, and this is my first truly variable vault mod. I liked it because, I was actually able to go all the way up to 6 volts if I needed it. The only mods I had before this were the Eagle Twist and my regular standard Eagle, which that was 3.7. The Twist only went up to 4.8. So, this was the first time I was actually able to get 6 volts, and I loved it. And then, I went back to 2 ohm Cardos, 2.2 ohm Cardos, so I really never went past 4.3 volts, really. But, yeah, definitely, if you guys want something that is variable voltage and something that can check your ohms and can show you your remaining battery life, something simple that doesn't have a lot of, buttons and menus and all that, it's definitely the way to go. Just remember, be careful, because it is I don't want to say cheap, although it is. It's not the strongest of mods. I've dropped this a couple times, and the most I have to show for it is a little bit of a nick right there on top, right here. This thing has seen much better days, and it's been through the ringer. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at mods or when you're going to buy it. Keep in mind that you have to show more carefulness when you're using it or when you're carrying it around or it's in your pocket. I'm sure if it happened like a couple days in, it started misfiring and you hadn't leaked juice or anything, that you can get it fixed, but I had it for about a month and a half when everything started going wrong, so I was like, what's the point? And I just kept using it. I just pushed through, and eventually I found the ammo and I bought it. But yeah, that's been another review for you guys. I might do another one, maybe later on tonight, maybe tomorrow, of the Apollo version 1. I gotta see if I can get that from a friend. But if not, until next time, let's keep on vaping, guys.